Now we are on the gold mine Walhalla. चलो
We just gather out here. Yes, you do. A lot of people have got to use the helmet. That staff member anymore. Okay. This mine was actually commenced way back in 1865 after gold had been found in Stringers Creek in 1862. Has anybody been here before? No. For the benefit of those who haven't been here before, how they found it, Ned Stringer and his three mates were hiding from the police up in the hills of the Great Dividing Range. That's a whole different story, not going there, we're just talking about Walhalla. They read the newspaper. The government of the day put an ad in the newspaper for £100 reward for people to find gold to help increase the population of the then very new state of Victoria, because only separated from New South Wales about 15 years before that. So with that, they thought this is all right, being paid to find gold. They've come down the gully which landed them on the Aberfeldy River. The Aberfeldy River makes its way down to the Thompson River, and they're panning for colour all the way down. Now, panning for colour is panning for alluvial gold, which is a very fine gravelly stuff. We don't have big ugly nuggets that you put in your pockets and your pants fall down. No, we have better gold. Our gold's 22 carat gold, not that 18 carat gold. But ours is in smaller quantities, that's all. Okay, so they've come down to just below where you've crossed Thompson Bridge is where the creek cuts out to the east, which is now called Stringers Creek, named after Ned. They made their way around there a couple of miles where the men were getting averaging a daily find of about an ounce of gold a day, literally a bed of gold. So Ned's walked out to Bald Hills or Seaton, registered the claim. People have got wind of this new gold strike, followed him back through the bush. Okay, in February 1863, two prospectors thought, well, the gold's got to be coming from somewhere, so they were walking through the bush, and about 40 metres above the creek opposite the Stringers, Walhalla Cemetery, about 40 metres up, this white outcrop of quartz was sticking out with some sparkly stuff in it. John Hinchcliffe had been caught out by iron pyrites before, so he chipped a piece off, took it out to Seaton. The chap, as soon as he saw it, he knew what it was. He slapped a £5 note down in front of each of the gentlemen. He said, here's a bottle of my best homemade brew, let's go get drunk. If you name this after me, my name is John Cohen. Hence it got the name Cohen's Reef. Now, all quartz reefs run north-south because of the magnetic fields. That's as much as I know geographically. And all hills fold east-west because that's the way God made it. Okay, simple as that. This claim here is roughly 80 yards wide. They knew the reef fell to the west, so Hinchcliffe and Meyer in 1865 formed the Northern Hercules Gold Mining Company No Liability, and they've gone in here. It's about 25 acres or 10 hectares in land space. Okay, so I'm going to count you all in. Shut the gate, go and have a cup of tea. Oh, just see if you're paying attention. Okay, rightio, so here we come. Come on, kids. Yep. Yep. hard not to hit you.
Okay.
So, in the near darkness, right, they've got to swap this position every couple of hours. They pick up their 25-pound sledgehammer. Oh, and they swing as fast and as hard as they can to drive that into the rock. My poor partner has to absorb the shock, turn it quarter of a turn, ready? And we go again. If I swing, if I miss, lolly gobble bliss bombs, ouch. We're in a bit of trouble. So yeah, we try not to hurt each other. And you've got a sense of real build up of trust between you. So if you swing and miss, you're in trouble there. If you're holding the tap up higher here, you swing and hit here. He didn't trust me. He'd be dead. Did you want to come around this side and take a photo of, if you could just stand over here, right, pose for your photo, right, and I go, ugh. Right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
그렇죠. 이거는 스위치로 하면
Duck your head. That's it. Nearly gotcha. Duck your head. Come on, up you come. Please move up. We've got to get everybody in. I've had nearly 60 people huddled in here. In we come. In we come. That's it. Very good. Hey kids, do you know what a clanger is? Oh come on, some of us oldies know what a clanger. You'd know what a clanger is, wouldn't you? Good old fart with your cheeks go clang, clang. No dropping clangers. Okay, in we come. We've got everybody. Come in a bit closer so you can stand up straight, Dad. That's better. Right, no headaches for me. That's good. So Hercules have come through here. This here is what they were after. This is a section of the single richest gold-bearing quartz reef in all of Victoria, running for just under 5 kilometres in a north-south direction. The grey clay here called Pug is where some alluvial gold might be found. Then you've got the quartz, which might be a few inches or several metres wide. Then you've got a whole mixture of sediment here, which includes a bit of silver, gold, arsenic, calcite, dolomite, everything else. A bit more arsenic and another layer of Pug over the side there. If I shine up right above your head here, see how fine the gold is? Really, really fine bits over there. Should be some patches over there too. Yeah. So that's where they dig it all out. Wash your hands when you get outside now. So yeah, because of the high concentration of arsenic is why I've been told that's what makes it 22 karat gold. So we are bigger and better than Ballarat and Bendigo because our gold's 22 karat gold. So Hercules had got to here and they thought beauty. So this is a survey point right here. From that loop there, they measured down to the southernmost boundary. You did not dare dig into somebody else's claim because these men get a bit funny about gold. They're likely to kill each other. Okay, so the boys have actually followed on a 70-degree angle on this reef all the way up to the surface. Trouble is, they're only getting 1 to 2 grams of gold per tonne. Plus this side is the hanging wall. With gravity, with nothing holding the hanging wall up, what's going to happen? It's going to close. You're going to be the cheese in the sandwich. No, thank you. So it was very dangerous. So because they're only getting 1 to 2 grams of gold per tonne at a size of, a tonne of soil is the size of a top-loading washing machine, okay? It was not enough to stay in business. So in 1871, they went broke. You have to stand up, my darling.
कैसा लग रहा है गाड़ी बढ़िया है ना
Okay, shorties up to the front here, please. So the tallies can look over your back, over your shoulders. Little ones up the front here. There we go. Shorties at the front. Are you last again, Dad?
Yep.
Beautiful, thank you. From the entrance to where I've just turned that light on has taken these young lads up to 10 years of digging with the hammer and the tap. Really atrociously slow work. However, in 1880, somebody invented the rock drill. This was powered by a boiler outside. They had the long hoses coming in and they were digging 20, 30, 40, 50 feet a week. It was brilliant. Now, rule number one, no girls allowed underground, no girl germs allowed in here. Right in those days, oh no. The youngest you're allowed to be in here was 15. So if you ended up coming to work here or logging out in the hills or wherever, come to work here and you worked with one of these, if you were still alive at 25, 10 years later, you were struggling to breathe. This is oceanic sandstone, oceanic slate. It's fine now, don't panic, there's no dust. Only it's got sand. Sand is silica, silica is glass. You can see here that it was the bottom of the ocean. And look, it's even got a hobbit footprint, proof that hobbits existed. Even the Lord of the Rings, look, 5 toes, pointy heel, baby hobbit. That's what my grandchildren told me. Right? So that was the bottom of the ocean there, and you can see the ripples over here as well. There's another bottom of the ocean. So 400 million years ago, I was swimming with the sharks. This was the bottom of the ocean. There's the bottom of the ocean, see? It was right there. But with the pressure of the plates moving around the Earth, this was such a soft rock formation, it's been folded like corrugated cardboard to give you these hills that you've driven through. And the hill that we're in here has been bent so tight it snapped like a twig. That's how come they found the quartz sticking out of the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. So for 20 years the boys used these drills with no water supply. The women ended up calling it the Widowmaker because the boys, they were going to die. They were young widows. In 1900, an American miner from Colorado invented the Colorado drill bit here, put a water pump onto the drill, forced the water up through the drill bit, spraying over the tungsten tip, and the backwater or the spray is going all over the boys. Now they're getting wet and muddy and no more dust. Now they're living to 30, 40, 50, 60 years of age. So that bit of water makes it better. Now, I was telling somebody about a spider earlier. We have an underground spider called a miner's spider. This is what he is. He's about black and brown. He's about 5 or 6 inches long. Don't ask me what that is in centimetres, millimetres, whatever that horrible language is. He bites. Put your hand out there.
Doesn't hurt.
Oh, you've been bitten. You've been bitten. You want to be bitten? You want to be bitten? No, that's all right. Did you want to be bitten by a mine spider? Doesn't hurt. Okay, so what they would do, because spiders run up walls and cling to everything, did you want to have a go now, darling? That's all it is a piece of metal. They call that the miner's spider because they could shove it into a crack in the wall like that, put their candle in, it would free up their hand. So there's the spider you're not scared of. And you can say, he's a real big spider. He's black and he's brown and he bites. But you weren't scared of him, were you? No. Okay. So we're going to be looking at Bob the Boiler. We don't have Bob the Builder. We have Bob the Boiler. He works really, really hard. Okay, in we come, folks. That's it. Okay, so with those rock drills, having the boiler all the way outside, they found that they were losing far too much pressure, and they ended up with 26 of those drills going at any one time. It was absolutely incredible, but that's way down the track. So they brought the boiler into here. It sat along here. It was 25 foot long, 6.5 foot high. There's a picture of Bob there, smiling. See? Bob the boiler, he's a happy little chappy. This boiler had a crew of 3 men on each shift, 3 shifts a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They could not afford the boilers to go out. They had to be kept at maximum pressure. This boiler operated enough rock drills to dig out the next chamber we're about to go in. Originally, it was dug back 43 metres all the way back, but in 1986, 2/3 of it collapsed. Talk about that later. This boiler here operated the rock drills, it operated the water pumps, the air pumps, any machinery, the telephone system, generator in 1894. The new way of mining is these funny holes over here. So you'd have a drill rig standing right where I am, a crew of 2 men. They would dig down about 250 metres in there, up there, cross over there and over there. And from those core samples that go between 200 and 250 metres in, like the clock face, they're able to work out where the gold, silver and platinum is what they found. But Orion Gold did these drill tests in 2005, 6 and 7. Jim Anderson, the GO, said they're not economically able to mine what they found. Now this mine is registered a historic mine. It cannot be destroyed. If they want to go digging for that, they have to come in and make a new adit somewhere, okay, which is really good. Getting back to the timber. This timber structure is called a pigsty. I don't see any piglets in there, do you? There's no sows in there either, no. You won't go down the 2 metres where we've come up. So they dug this chimney here, 150 metres to the surface, but with all the warm air rushing up there, it was drying the clay and the rocks were falling down. So 2 Cornish young boys, or 2 brothers, every day they hung a piece of canvas across the top, climbed in there and spent the next 3 years bricking that all the way to the surface. But it still did not draw enough air through, so they dug the ventilation shaft over there. So between both those chimneys, we've got nice fresh air. In the summertime, she breathes in, in the wintertime, she breathes out. Yes, it's a she because she's very temperamental. Summertime, she's wetter in here than the wintertime, so we could do with another wedding in the wintertime. That's where the last man got killed in 1986 when he fell to his death. It took 6 months to dig down to where his body was, and it cost over $3 million. 2 days after that accident, all of this collapsed. The mines department just phoned up the boys and said, just blow up the entrance, forget about it, which really upset the men who still work here. They're our backup crew from Walhalla Mining. The acting mine manager, I'm not allowed to repeat it word for word, but you can get the Australian language. He says, mate, you can take a very long walk off a very short jetty until your hat floats. I'm not allowed to say any other words than that, but yes. And they were adamant they were going to get him out, which they did. And through meeting Paul's daughter, it really sunk home those 51 families that did it tough. I said, Ray, I want to get married in Walhalla. Even though we took Dad's body back to Perth, I feel that he's still in Walhalla. And we welcomed her with open arms. The day of the wedding, she chose to get married in the Rotunda. Her father's best 2 mates, the one that was acting supervisor, or mine manager when he got killed, the 2 of those men were working not 200 metres away from the Rotunda. It was just uncanny. They could have been working in Sale or Morwell or your lawn or anywhere, but both of them were there, so I dragged them down and said, come and have a photo with Hayley, please. And I said to Hayley, listen, I'm rostered on the mine tomorrow morning, which is Sunday. You turn up early at 10 o'clock and I'll give you some quiet time by yourself here at the mine before the tourists turn up. Anyway, I did the instruction.
Baby, इसको साइड में ले चलना है। ये नहीं चलो। हाँ, going outside. Baby, left, side to the. Baby, left, center में चलो आगे देखो लेफ्ट 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 ये पे ऊपर क्यों चलता है फिर उधर जाएगी लग जाएगी चोट इधर लेफ्ट 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 चलती नहीं है बेटा पूर्णिमा इधर पापा चलो गाड़ी बैठो ये सारे हथियार यहाँ जो यूज करते थे
क्या वीडियो बना रहा है